Honorable Haruna Idrisu, MP from Tamale, and a raise issue, present a petition to the Speaker. Say, what is a nipa 9 be called independent? Actually, 3 equal independent, and 1 independent candidate or joining Amayuku. It was a Speaker him no declare almost seat in vacant. Speaker T.A. Haruna Idrisu and Panso will declare 4 seats in vacant. Manugusu American majority Honorable Afanyo Markin of MPP, a raise issue say the Speaker Ejinaswa or they declare seat in vacant no any constitutional. Speaker also say a constitutional. And Honorable Afanyo Markin say there are standing orders a regulatory parliament as how deal with such issues. In the Speaker na what the Speaker is doing is unconstitutional. Speaker Antiasie chichi more but Speaker said the original. Honorable Afanyo Markin of MPP also catch Speaker say, well, Sanity idea or the Beko Supreme Court execute interpretation of that article. Ampa or the Osieyo or the Cordon Supreme Court. Supreme Court in Sakai and almost a free Speaker said this is what has happened. Into Speaker, as we appreciate 2-1. Into Sebeya seat now or declare vacant. Sign. But here is the catch. The Okosi and say, Embra call Parliament, NDC for no, Ekotra Babia MPP for as majority. Name taxa. Ne wo nkonwano hu nyina afiri hu. The MPP for so wura mo mu say NDC for na akotra ba bi omote no. And omo say sasa na tie dia omo nkotra se. And omo san akoye said omo be contact the Speaker. No more finding out what is going on. Speaker anya ho hwe. Speaker betra se asem o kan say omo no ma bi also omo discuss no. Or her number na o ni okay to discuss the business. But so omo agree now when it comes into voting na omo ntimi vote because there's a quorum omo issue of parliament. And also omo nya certain number of people are voting to pass a bill. If that's the case there, was suspending parliament indefinitely. Is the Speaker telling us, we Ghanaians, 2001, January 7th, Ojina Parliament, Eka say ye Honorable Peter Ala Ajete, say, onye Speaker of Parliament, MPP ni, and the MPP government they all power. It is MPP government they all power there. Yet to me Speaker, also by MPP ni. These are the words of Honorable Babin, the hypocrisy and the bias of our politicians. And I'm asking you, on the ground, you've seen it. So shall we say, right now, is he being influenced by his affiliation to NDC? Because as some now kind no manifesting in them. January 1993, Siabakaya, the first and the second parliament, not NDC na majority or parliament. The president at the time was His Excellency the late Flight Lieutenant J.J. Rawlings. The speaker of this first and second parliament that was dominated by NDC was Honorable Justice D.F. Annan, also PNDC cum NDC Mapa. Obian petition, so NDC need to obey bias. Justice D.F. Annan was an NDC man. President Rawlings was an NDC president of Ghana. But because of patriotism and the love they have for Ghana, Obian Ma Parliament and ye. Why are we trying to bring all these things onto us? Honorable Babin, what is going on here? Why do Bosha so? What now fight here? Say woman and what turning around. Speaker Bia swear oath of allegiance to Ghana. So obey uphold the constitution of the land. Why are you doing this to yourself? You've been in parliament for all these years. 32 years in parliament. You've been a member of parliament. You've been a cabinet minister. You've been a deputy speaker. You are a lawyer, an astute politician who knew rules and regulations. So why now? Speaker said it's a time radio. What to parliament more? We say, who declare seat vacant? Supreme Court said, the ruling has come. Supreme Court rule 5-2. Some part the year and your constitutional. Enti woma who declare seat vacant ni na almost and now the same people that you are fighting for, the NDC, they are on the national radio and television saying, say, they are ruling now a free Supreme Court aban. And your money at the bread. Now the speaker Becca our floor on no betty until they will still maintain their majority in the parliament. Until say Speaker Becca Saka say almost on through. Speaker also so catch almost say and no annual duty. Until right now, no speaker, they now pass all the amount. 3 months to the general elections you cannot declare anybody's seat vacant. For one reason, it is within the Constitution, Article 47, the representation of the people, and Ghana will be divided into constituencies that will be looked up upon by the EC. EC and a big divided all these places. Each constituency is mandated to have a representative, a friend MP, or vote man or parliament, or be represented. And it will be unconstitutional to deny those people of their MP that they have elected into the parliament. It is incident in 3 months to the general elections. Ube declared Sassi vacant. The president, what Honorable Michael Quaid did was wrong. This time you want to repeat what Honorable Michael Quaid did. And I backfire. Ebinim say, Nenkosa Afanyoma can go through the High Court. No. Honorable Afanyoma is not fighting for those people to retain their seat. What he was doing is to fight for the clear interpretation of that Article 97, the 1, the G, and the H, where it falls into. Because if Article 97, 1, G, and the H, it take place, it was a trigger, they activate Article 112, clauses 5 and 6. So, say, Honorable Babin told Parliament indefinitely. Supreme Court made a ruling based on the Constitution and also obey, because the Supreme Court is the only mandated body. Yes, certain say ultimate interpretation of the Constitution. Na the Odiba be final. In order not to repeat the mistakes that was caused by them, right now, we have to understand. Say, yeah, setting that precedent, Ghana. If it was wrong in 2020, 2021, yeah, it's also wrong today. Entertaining allow, because this democracy that we are building is for all Ghanaians, and not for one party or the other party. Nti when abana amanfo atum rani futura gu nipa ni bebre no ma de kan ka se sabiota fracture so wako school no makenkan na ubetimi read brofo nko ade a, go to the internet, download the 1992 constitution and revise it in 1996. It's there, free. Read it. Article be ebe to be an enya brofo chenchen bia. Who read ya? A simple man's English obeti ase. There's no ambiguity here. But it's so sad. So the same person no fight say Honorable Peter Ala Ajite, the speaker, because MPP government no power no. Not just ended first and second parliament no, not the government no power no. Not the speaker of parliament no see NDC. Ghanaian politicians no more take it for granted power. Sad. Anything I made to actual say assembly say speaker abided by this Supreme Court ruling, he could be cited for contempt. Possibly it's already down. And over to jail. Not more than 10 years. You're fair assembly or court, no as a private lawyer. As Speaker of Parliament, Attorney General now rely on. In Tiakwese say only NDC are fighting against the government. But that is not the case. So ruling here by yen rule NTIO and yen rule NTIA MPP and as NDC. Yen rule tia adia etia constitution no. That was an amona utu yen. It's not personal. Unkwa uba etan bia wonse bebre. You kase ya na say near ye dear. You kase ya na say near dear. That means ojo na wo kase and away ba say mom na was atrimuporo and our manifest here. The evidence is there, it's clear. And what are you going to say? Instead of standing up as a patriotic citizen to defend the Constitution, to uphold the Constitution, what's your oath, how violate it? When you wabobra, unim senior embracity, I was a lawyer, member running due, kofa oyeni biamba, unu wabushia. It's respectfully, I think that the best thing to do and the honorable thing to do, and it's a call of parliament as soon as possible, and then let the right thing be done. Simple and short. When Joshua make a change in Ghana for say, the time has come for us to vote against this duopoly. This political duopoly that has ruled Ghana for 32 years between NDC and PP. How many Ghana for Edia to pray? As if Sebio Tafrache, Sebio, Manu Dasuminasu, say the as the right now, look at the Speaker ASAC. What is the reason for suspending the parliament indefinitely? The reason is say, minim onunkwan enim the tribupo. But once this ruling has come, ultimately hold you us in suspense. I think some Rabbi Subefaso, and myself, will recuse you one as up as you say, you be US in chain, but you use in chance to swear. Can we say you are going to be indicted? You have a cited for contempt. That is what I'm afraid for you. The right thing has to be done as soon as possible. Send a bay inquires a woman are buying entry because you were elected for by the parliamentarians to be the speaker, a referee. a middleman, like a house captain, the man in charge to control the affairs of the parliament. Now, so Bema chaos so somebody are. Not just I be the people that you are fighting for now, who's to mean country so move through. Almost say who's na beka so move free. I don't know. Say bibi no makwaya na yasimunya sana and the bamu win that I don't know. But the best thing to do, mope majority, all these things are mope will repeal. When you are able to win majority, come in this general election, present your policies and everything. When people vote for you, number by majority now in your hand parliament, you can pass a bill to repeal all this. Mope sympathy voter, this is not the right time. The right time to do is to reach out to the voters, present your ideas, tell them what you can do and what you have done. Right now, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, the ex-president, said, all debate Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. I don't know why. But who could just simply so there? Now to a yampia man, who throw questions man. If you have questions, legitimate ones, you have the upper hand because the ruling government will also always be at fault. But why are you afraid to do that? That tells you, sir, between the MPP and DC, they have been exposed. Also, party interest in to parliament. And on China, me catch up somebody at say, almost interest no be beyond so winning to power. One comes, create loot and share, NDC, and one also come and create family and friends government. What are we doing? Why say? I see Dum Ketiabeka say, oh, ma, His Excellency, the ex-president, NDBT, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, but yet, more have a lot of questions, more to Ayampia and saying all these things. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. We are bold enough now with all these things are. Face the man, go toe to toe, debate. Donald Trump did not hide behind and threw punches or standing on his ground and debated Kamala Harris. They were fact-checking him right on the debate grounds. He stood on his ground, campaigned for his policies and what he has for the Americans. And then they voted for him massively. It's second in history in America. The first president or winning elections or call only one term or samba back ebe winning bill. Grover Cleveland in the 18 something. And they're repeating it with Donald Trump. What do you say? It tells you, say the immigration, the economy, and other substantive issues that was challenging Americans, not Donald Trump, no more who said 4 years, no idea. Because you compare the 4 years, only 4 years of this Biden-Harris administration, that is almost macra. That is why they voted for him to come back. Oh, President Mahama, His Excellency, your 4 years, Ghana fought Dasumu for almost 3.5 years. Factories, Gugu, Nipa Bebrena Shishi with generators and candles and other things, Yenka. And now bouncing the 24-hour economy never. Fair enough. Then no see arena manaka dompe. Obertoy, Emra, President Kufuor free officer, almost presenting crude oil discovery, Cape 3 Point, any area or the buyer, mostly Jongo. But yet you are the people that benefited from this oil revenue. Diana Modi Ghana for a start. Samra Benoka say, Galamsey, me catch your plane, say. NDC need solution, MPP need solution because they are the same people that are actively involved in this illegal mine. Ya say unsu ya say osas, ya say ubibia. Ohwe, mbaburu, ma, ne mema, omu jina sufi mu, sebiota frache, poison, ne toxins, ekwa mumu, uyarukran, unyeska kran panko hospital. They prescribe a drug wa, what to me akoto. Is that what we want as Ghanaians? I beg to differ. Mesremo. So the time has come for us to break this duopoly, this political duopoly. Because if the head is not good, it affects the entire body. Both political parties are here more from there for the 32 years enough. Aside from Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, it took him only 7 years to put up massive infrastructure throughout Ghana. And yet, built up factories in Zokahong. And Tiabeka is saying, not 32 years, this is what you guys are doing. You can't almost in there's nothing wrong with these two political parties. But leaders in the bar, they will influence them because of the tradition of the party. Anything they have independent candidate. Botswana has done it. Senegal has done it. Sri Lanka has done it. You have heard Burkina Faso, Captain Trolley. Look at massive projects and infrastructures. This young man, Eya of Burkina Faso. For how many years now? Near Ghana, a debate talk about MPP and DC. Please. We can do better than that. Ghana, what I said, within 4 to 5 years' time, if this Galamsey issue is not addressed properly, ensure yes, no, you best start here at crunch you every. I'm on it, and I say every outside Ghana. One more was and crash. Now see a crunch you about one bet me at all. It money was scared or obviously at all. Affording 3 square meals a day, granted a problem. Messer said this time around, vote for that positive change. na Ghana befa ne ntoma pefra. Mekanfo an independent candidate Eddie Amao. Nana Kwame Bediako Cheddar, the new force movement. Uhe the niswadi ehuru. The 12 economic pillars to now where plans are put in place. Echese ye di akonya no mana obetimi handle Ghana. Ama Ghana be kra behwe. Mesremo, when you are going to the polling station, remember one thing. Vote for the presidential candidate, an independent candidate, Cheddar, the new force movement, Nana Kwame Bediako. Then you vote for your member of parliament. If you are NPP, you vote for your NPP member. If you are NDC, you vote for your NDC member. And I think that will bring some sort of sanity. Instead of ruling Ghana with this party manifestos, because Ghana, yabre, we need a national development plan. China has been able to do it less than 40 years. Why is it into me here? It is sad. Gold are ye free Ghana no. And yes, kaketwa, but our man is poor. Tabiani ako IMF. Adintia. Yen kreti nyuma. Yes, nsuo boy a day, electricity boy a day, aduane boy a day, bibia boy a day. Ombi the same. We won't buy into that. Let's vote them out. Mesro, your thumb is your power. Vote for number 12. Vote for Cheddar. Insisa beba Ghana. Or the Ahoto beba Ghana. Vote for Nana Kwame Bediako. Ghana befa ntoma pefra. This geopoly must be broken. The time is now. And mabunu mu sorwaka. Mo dosu chen penifo no. Mo vote for mo ne. Mo chna eni edachi. I am Merobin TV. Mera wasi bebre. Se wodu afidie to ha utie.